It's always written in your story that you were going to do this.
Unofficially, yeah. I mean, I'd be really foolish not to want to help run an empire. Everyone needs seafood and a good way, fast way to get it.
Right.
And being Chicago, we're right next to O'Hare. It was a wham bam, real fast. One thing led to another, and now 51 years later, one of the biggest seafood operations in the country.
Shout out to your grandfather for.
Oh, there's no one better in the business world on business, other businesses as well. That he says, I don't care, we're going to make it work. He's one of those people that it's failing is not an option.
Okay, guys, special episode today. We got a lot going on here. We got Jonathan from Supreme Lobster. Thanks for hopping on, man. You brought quite a lot here.
I didn't want to come empty-handed, that's for sure.
Yeah, we got a 50-pound lobster here, right?
7-pound lobster.
Sorry, I keep getting that mixed up.
No worries.
50-year-old.
50-year-old live lobster, yep.
We got this one.
This is a 1 in 30 million orange lobster from Nova Scotia.
Damn. Came a long way.
Yep. And then this is somewhere between 1 in 30 million. Half orange, half albino. This is 1 in 30 million to 100 million, somewhere in that range. They don't know because they're so rare.
Dang. Which one sells the best for you guys?
The bright orange are used at China Club in Fontainebleau.
Nice.
So they're big fans of that at their restaurant.
Yeah, and you've been selling these for a while. It's a third-generation business in the family, right?
Correct. So 51 years in business this year. 1974 started out. My grandfather's still there. He only works half days, 12 hours. He cut down. And my dad, of course, is there. Uncle, cousins, family, and then myself as well.
Well done, man.
Yeah.
So it was always written in your story that you were going to do this?
Unofficially, yeah. I mean, I'd be really foolish not to want to do, help run an empire eventually.
And being in Vegas, being in the desert, having good access to seafood is needed.
Correct, yes. And starting out in the 90s, at the time, it wasn't a law that you had to have a refrigerated truck.
Really?
So people would just throw ice on top of the fish and send it out. But like a day like this in the middle of July where it's 110 in the shade, so we had refrigerated trucks from day one. Wow. So that was a nice little selling point as well, and especially as corporate got bigger and bigger in Vegas. Yeah. There was another checkpoint, it was better.
Nice. You came in the Uber with all this?
Yeah, so we the guy is probably gonna be happy afterwards, and the women outside Ocean Prime. So Ocean Prime, this is their grand seafood tower. Shout out Chef Gino that set it up for us. They were looking at us like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "It's Vegas. We're just having a seafood tower. It's the afternoon."
Man, so you supply all this stuff here too?
Yeah, so this is their exclusive oysters of Rose and Garnet, which we do nationally for the whole country.
Nice.
And then, their shrimp, your classic lobster, cocktail, king crab, some jumbo lump crab meat on top.
You sell it all, man.
We do it all, A to Z, fresh, frozen, caviar, shellfish, live.
Yeah, you brought the big caviar here.
Yeah, so have you done a bump on air yet?
I'll try one. No, I haven't done one on air.
So this is a half pound of Duranky Kaluga caviar from Petrosian. If you've seen a Petrosian bar inside the Bellagio, right when you walk in, the huge, right by the piano bar. And then this is a mother of pearl spoon, which is what you should use.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Okay, so you're gonna put it on your hand right here, and then
right here.
Yeah. There you go. Nice. Try that bad boy.
Just eat the whole thing.
Yep. Throw it back.
Mm.
And that's that's some of the best caviar in the world, if not the best caviar in the world.
That's the best I've ever had.
Yeah. The creators of Petrosian, I'm going to mess up the line, but have something great like the leather didn't make Hermes, the caviar pearls didn't make the caviar itself. It was the service and dedication time, which is great. It's a 100-year-old company. They've been around forever.
Impressive.
You go to all of Europe, this is the primo of the primo, and that's why they're in Las Vegas, and we service them in Chicago as well.
Yeah, because I've had caviar nowhere close to that quality. Yeah, that was phenomenal.
Yeah, the way they source, where they source, all that is the top of the top. They only grab the best. Quality.
I'm sure you guys have a similar philosophy too, right?
Oh, of course. So for us, and what differentiates us in Chicago, Midwest, in Vegas is we only work direct. There's no middlemen. We work right with the boats. Prefer family businesses as well, which there's a lot in the seafood industry, which is great. Is the dry ice is drying up. But yeah, so we'll only work, and all of our buyers and some of our sales go out there everywhere. So whether it's Asia, East Coast, West Coast, Europe, they'll go out there and actually see the plants, make sure everything's what it should be.
That's respect, because once you get the middlemen involved, I'm sure the seafood doesn't get as fresh, right?
Correct. We want to get it as quick as possible, as best price as possible, as highest quality, less hands touching it, better quality.
So how long does it take to get from ocean to plate in Vegas?
Anywhere from pulling out of the water, depending on what you're talking about, what item, 12 to 24 hours.
Damn, that's fast.
So the perks of Vegas, you say it's in a desert, you know where you're near water, obviously. It's actually almost better because everything's flown instead of maybe possibly trucked. Some stuff is, trucked into Chicago or from LA, things like that. You're actually just flying straight to the airport right here.
Right.
So there's no, it's actually quicker.
Yeah.
East Coast, you're 5-hour flight and you're on.
I know some fancy sushi spots out here that fly from Japan every day.
Correct. Yeah. So you can't really get any fresher unless you're like on the spot in Japan.
Yeah.
Or on the East Coast. But it comes so fast. Everything's pretty much flown in daily, about 6 days a week. And we're picking it up either late at night, first thing in the morning, and getting it out to you that same day.
Yeah. You got a lot of big clients out here, right?
Yeah. So we do MGM properties, Caesars, Stations, Boyd, Penn Gaming.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Those are the biggest people out here.
Yeah. So it all started in the 90s. So we started in Chicago in 74. And my grandfather actually knew a guy in the East Coast, knew 2 other guys. Hey, do you want to flip lobsters? Picked him up in the back of his Lincoln, drove around to his favorite restaurants. Hey, do you want to buy some lobsters? Do you want to buy some lobsters? Sold them, sold out, did it a couple days. It worked. Had something going. On the 3rd or 4th day, he had a bunch left over. He didn't know what to do. So we ran to Walmart. This is in the mid-70s, early 70s. Buys a kid's kiddie pool, like the plastic, 1 foot high plastic tub we all had as infants, kind of, and put them all in there with just normal water, not thinking you need salt water, you need air.
I've done that before.
Yeah. So all his profits from the last couple of days were gonzo, and the lobsters are doing the backstroke. So he learned hard real fast. But then after a couple more days, he realized, I think we got something here. Everyone needs seafood, and a good way, fast way to get it.
Right.
And being Chicago, we're right next to O'Hare. It was a wham bam, real fast. One thing led to another, and now one of the biggest. 51 years later, one of the biggest seafood operations in the country.
3rd biggest in the country, right?
Yeah, 2nd, 3rd biggest, first biggest. It's
always
every year it kind of differs.
That's super impressive. Shout out to your grandfather for.
Oh, there's no one better in the business world on business. Other businesses as well that. He says, I don't care if you're going to make it work. He's one of those people that it's failing is not an option.
That's so dope. You got kids yet?
I have 3 under 4.
4th generation, man.
Yeah, so I have my 2 oldest boys come every Friday. They bring donuts.
Nice.
And they know about half the staff already. They're pointing them out. And then we got a seafood cafe at home that they're already working.
That's so dope, dude.
Yeah.
How'd you get in touch with Vegas Polly C, who was how I
slid into his DMs, actually.
Nice.
And I was like, hey, let's come by the shop, come check it out. Let's see, show you what it's all about. And he was just floored. He loved it.
He's so great at documenting businesses.
Yeah, he's great. He's a great guy, true to himself, just a good, humble guy that just wants to document really cool stuff.
Yeah, shout out to Pauly C, man.
Yeah, Vegas Pauly C.
One of my favorite guests of all time.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Let's talk crab legs, because I used to go to Hot and Juicy a lot when I first moved here, and a pound was $80 when I started. Now it's, I think, $160 for 1 pound of king crab meat. Why is it going up so much?
So this all started with COVID. COVID happens. U.S. shuts down their whole fishing season, shuts it down for year 2. Year 3, instead of somewhere in the midst of 20 million pounds, they say you can catch 2 million pounds. So USA king crab is what everyone wants. Yeah. First choice in the litter. Second choice is Russia. Okay, so everyone who switched to Russia king crab. Russia starts a war with Ukraine, embargo, no more Russia crab. So after that well dried out of Russian crab, that was when an embargo happens, whatever's in America, that's it, no more, right? So the well runs dry. So now there's no Russian crab. There's king crab for USA. There's maybe 2 million pounds for the country, which is not even 10% of what you need on an annual year. So now you go, the only game left in town is Norway, Norwegian. There's some Japanese crab out there as well, but they know what they have, right? So they're going to hold it. Supply and demand shoots up like crazy. And Norway can only do so much, right? They're used to only doing more of like Europe and just a little bit to America. Right. Well, now everyone's asking for like 20 to 30 million pounds. They don't have it. So supply and demand kicks in, And now it's just every week it's going up and up, literally every week.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
160 a pound to eat it.
Yeah. And if you're looking for like how Vegas Policy told it in the video of baseball bats, which were like the ones the size of your arm that you get at a Mastro's or Ocean Prime, things of that nature, berries, those are, their cost is well over $100.
Jeez.
So yeah. So
That's
when you
nuts.
see it on the market, you think that, oh my God, they're charging an insane amount. They're really not. That's what the true cost of that is now.
Yeah, because they're making their 10-20%, but
yeah, they're putting their normal margin on, and we're putting our small normal margin on. It's just astronomical.
yeah, it's crazy though, because I'm sure when you first started selling it, how much a pound was it?
Oh, I see pictures that it's $9.99 for the jumbo lump from back in the day.
Holy crap.
$9.99 jumbo in our retail store to the public in Chicago.
Oh, you have a retail store?
In Chicago. Vegas is just wholesale. In Chicago, we have a retail store open to the public.
Got it.
And it's for, you want to see something for like reality TV for Christmas and New Year's week, the line will be out the door, hundreds and hundreds of people, and then you'll see the generations of like 2-3 generations, Italians, Hispanics, other Europeans come in, and they just, the grandma, you see the mom, and now the kid, all right, I need these clams, I need these shrimp, especially all the Italians that do the 7 fishes.
What's that?
So 7 fishes in Christmas is you have 7 different fish. And it's calamari, clam, squid, eel, whiting, a couple other items. And that's like kind of like what they do, So that is a big deal. You have your 7 fish on Christmas. It's a tradition.
I need to try that. That sounds delicious.
Yeah. So the store will have security for 2 weeks. We'll have the black ropes out there, and it'll be snowing inches in Chicago, 6 inches, 7 inches on the ground, and they'll be out there.
Damn.
And they know it's a tradition. People come in that they see myself. They see my grandfather, they're shaking hands. Oh my God, it's our family tradition. Tagging us on, on Instagram and stuff like that. It's cool.
That's dope, dude.
Yeah.
Let me move this. I don't know if the mic's picking this up.
Yeah, I could
let's move it on the floor for now.
That's awesome.
I don't think it's picking up, but I just want to be safe. Yeah, we'll edit this part out. Okay. I probably should have done that sooner. So you guys sell calamari too, squid?
Yeah. So your number one SKU per se is going to be like your Atlantic salmon, which you're going to see on every menu in America, no matter what the cuisine is. Mm-hmm. And then you're also calamari is almost on every menu, from a steakhouse to Italian to American to Asian restaurants. Everyone's got calamari, so that'll be on there, and of course shrimp will be on there.
Those are your big sellers.
That's the top 3 items.
Yeah. What about sea bass?
Chilean sea bass is a unique one. So, yeah, that's going to be one of your top selling fish for sure. And that's on every fancy restaurant in America, one of your most expensive.
Yeah.
Fin fish on it.
So good, dude.
And do you know why it became really famous?
No.
So it used to be called Patagonian toothfish. No one bought it. No one sold it. No one caught it. It's off Chile, like way south, like closer to Antarctica. Mm-hmm. And it was just a bycatch when they were catching other fish. No one wanted it. It's ugly. They said it was blubbery, not good fish, they thought at the time. A guy in the West Coast went down there, saw this fish when he was doing some research, and he's like, I think we got something here. He tried it. He's like, this is amazing. He started calling it Chilean sea bass unofficially. This is the 70s, 80s when the regulations aren't what they are today. And it starts catching on. Right? So it starts getting now to the 80s, now in the 90s. Now, if you remember Jurassic Park, they're in the scene when T-Rex gets a lamb or a baby cow and then he eats it. And they're like, oh, my God, right in front of them. The first time you see T-Rex on camera. Yeah. Then they're like, ooh, we're hungry. Chef is going to prepare some Chilean sea bass. And then he mentions it again when they played it. After that happens in 94, every restaurant wanted Chilean sea bass. Because Jurassic Park at the time, right, there was no bigger movie in the early mid-90s.
They're still big right now.
Yeah, they're still huge, right? But the very first one was, especially the first time anyone saw T-Rex on camera, that was like the first of its kind. So Chilean sea bass went nuts to the point where it almost went extinct, where they had a chef program and it said like, take a pass on Chilean sea bass. And they tried to like slow it down because it was just out of control.
They're running out of them.
Yeah. And so now it's regulated. Now it's like a green listed, good MSC certified fish. But what they do actually, and people don't know, they go out in barges, like something you'd see that gets shipped to overseas, and they go out for like 3 to 6 months. They go out overseas, they catch them, cut the heads off, clean them all up, and they deep freeze them. So so they'll be out months at a time. They'll catch 100,000 pounds, 200,000 pounds, bring it all back in, and those animals are The smallest you get is like a 20-pounder up to like a 200-pound fish.
Jeez, they're that big?
Yeah. Yeah, they'll get up. They'll live like up to like 50, 70 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, they're very like prehistoric type fish.
That is interesting.
Yeah,
that's one of my favorite seafood dishes, man.
Bass. Oh yeah. Miso like marinated sea bass.
Nobu or like one of those nice
restaurants. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's a good dish for sure.
Yeah.
Scallops are pretty expensive now too, right?
Scallops are another one now. You had 3 years ago, the quota for the world or for the country for America was 69 million pounds you can catch, right? Now this year, your quota is 19 million.
Shout out to today's sponsor, Quince. As the weather cools, I'm swapping in the pieces that actually gets the job done, that are warm, durable, and built to last. Quince delivers every time with wardrobe staples that'll carry you through the season. They have fall staples that you'll actually want to wear, like the 100% Mongolian cashmere for just $60. They also got classic fit denim and real leather and wool outerwear that looks sharp and holds up. By partnering directly with ethical factories and top artisans, Quince cuts out the middleman to deliver premium quality at half the cost of similar brands. They've really become a go-to across the board. You guys know how I love linen and how I've talked about it on previous episodes. I picked up some linen pants and they feel incredible. The quality is definitely noticeable compared to other brands. Layer up this fall with pieces that feel as good as they look. Go to quince.com/DSH for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. They're also available in Canada too.
Whoa. So, 70%, 300% less, you could say. And that is scallops. They're selecting certain areas. They're not there. It's getting tighter and tighter, and there's way less big scallops. So when you're at the steakhouse, you get 3 or 4 big scallops on your plate. Those are becoming crazy tight. Are they running out, or are they not growing fast enough? The government's lowering it way, big time, obviously, to slow it down to try to make them grow back. But yeah, so scallops, they're triple the price that they were 2 years ago.
Damn, I wonder if more people are just eating seafood these days.
I think they are. With all the trends of healthy, that's all you're seeing on social media, right? Yeah. Instagram or all natural, or don't eat this, don't do that. This will kill you. This will kill you. Everything will kill you nowadays. I think that's more people are going to just a good seafood dish.
Yeah,
it's a big health conscious nowadays,
which is good for you, right?
Which is great for us.
All natural animals.
Yeah, it's just the natural raw animal. Yeah. So you can't get any healthier, right? It's a wild animal.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome, man. Are you guys in like a bunch of retail stores too?
Yeah. So we do in the Midwest. We do in Chicago. All the Albertsons and Jewel.
Oh, nice.
And then all the independents, stuff like that. We do national deals. We have a national shrimp program that we do across the country. We'll also do restaurants nationwide, depending on like frozen and stuff like that. Or like I said, with Ocean Prime, who did this, we do their oysters, the whole country. So we partnered with Cape Cod Shellfish, and we went out there, myself, my partner Carl, we went out there from Supreme with the head guys from Ocean Prime.
Nice.
And actually like went on the boats, selected certain areas. They picked out like exactly what they wanted. Tasted 100 oysters. We were there for like 3 straight days. Like, no, I don't want this. Let's go. Okay, let's go to this area. Let's see, Barnstable will work. Duxbury will work. And they're just raking them up the old fashioned way. And like, okay, yep, this is it.
Wow. Shout out to them for like doing all that prep.
Yeah. It was a lot of work on their end, and like they wanted the real McCoy and like the real, which is awesome.
Can you tell the difference with different oysters?
100%.
Taste-wise?
Yeah. Different regions from Cape Cod is going to be like super salty. Salt bomb is what they say. Yeah. Then if you go up to like Canada, like New Brunswick, PEI, they're going to be very just clean. And that's even colder waters. The colder the water, the less salinity or less anything you get. And then you go south, like Virginia, you'll get like a more earthy flavor.
Yeah.
And then West Coast is all minerals, like West Coast, you get a lot of like coppery feel, things like that.
Yeah, I know there's always that debate with the East Coast versus West Coast, right?
Sure, and Vegas is a big West Coast town.
Yeah.
Definitely more West Coast than East Coast. They're both flown in at the same amount of time. So is one fresher than the other? No.
Oh, really? So that's a myth.
They're caught and flown right in 6 days a week. So if you live in the state of Washington or something, sure, yeah, you're eating West Coast oysters. But in Vegas, it's a lot of people from California, a lot of people from the West Coast come here, so that's what they're accustomed to.
I went to Carlsbad and went oyster plucking.
Oh yeah,
we caught it straight out of the water.
Nice.
Oh my god, so fresh.
The difference of eating an oyster out of the ground or out of the water is so different than even the freshest oyster you ever have here.
I can't even eat them anymore. It kind of ruined it for me, honestly, because it was so fresh.
Yeah,
you know,
and it's like just that good saltwater taste you get. And
yeah, like oysters are amazing. They're really healthy too, I think.
Super, yeah, a lot of protein, natural aphrodisiac. You go out with your lady friend and have a couple oysters, you have a good night.
Yes, sir. How'd you get on Barstool Sports' radar?
I actually did a hot dog review with them randomly, probably, I don't know, 5-6 years ago. Shout out Barstool Carl. Did a hot dog review with them as a total joke, hit it off, and then started talking to the guys, and then they, moved headquarters to Chicago. So just, started talking with them. They're really, really good guys.
Nice.
So, so I have a great relationship, with a lot of them. Hank and Jersey Jerry, who's a one of a kind, a good friend of mine now. And Barstool Eddie and Chief. And
that's dope.
Yeah, a bunch of those guys.
I grew up watching Barstool, man.
Oh, yeah. I was a huge Barstool guy.
Yeah. KFC's been on the pod.
Oh, really? Nice.
They inspired me to get into content, honestly.
Really?
Because they're just so authentic, and I like what they do.
Yeah, and off camera, they're the same guys as on camera. They're not playing a role. They're not playing a part. They're great guys.
Which is a really good quality to have, right? Because a lot of people put on a show on camera.
Most do, right? They have a persona, their stick or whatever, but no, they're great guys, and they're just normal, just like us. Just normal guys. They just got, kind of a reality life about them with all their shows and Barstool TV and stuff like that. And they have that huge Fox deal now.
Oh, yeah. That's
massive.
New, right? Yeah, shout out to them.
Yeah.
I love Dave's pizza reviews, too.
Oh, yeah.
Legendary. I don't know if he's done any in Vegas yet, but...
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he has, but he's done now because of the Chicago headquarters. He's doing all the local spots and not just he's coming in the burbs. He's going like an hour south, 2 hours away, and he's hitting up like very local small town places that are like... if you live local around there, you're like, oh my God, this is awesome. So he's really doing his research now.
Good for him.
Yeah.
You a deep dish guy?
I enjoy it when people are out of town. But I say it's like Thanksgiving dinner. You have like one or two pieces and you're stuffed for the next like 2 days.
Yeah.
I love it at the time. Lou Malnati's is my favorite.
I like it in moderation.
Yeah.
Like I'll have one a week maybe.
Okay.
But
that's often.
Oh, is it?
Well, one a week is a lot. That's a lot.
But it's not like a daily though.
No, you can't have that daily.
Like a regular thin slice I could eat like every day, maybe every other day.
For sure.
But no, deep dish, sure.
What do you eat around here in Vegas in deep dish?
Pizza Rock I've tried. What's the one I order? I order one a lot on Postmates. I forget the name, but Vegas has a couple good spots, right?
Yeah.
What's your go-to in Vegas?
I don't know. I don't really have
Evil Pie. That's the one.
I've had Evil Pie before. Yeah. I don't know. Chicago is more of my go-to for all that.
Yeah, I haven't had any good Chicago.
Oh, when you come, I'll take you.
Yeah, okay.
Pequods and Lou Malnati's are the top two to me that are your two deep dish.
I'll have to make sure my day's open.
Yes.
You were also on Bazaar Foods.
Yeah, so that started with the guys from Alinea, who's massive Michelin-star restaurants. And he was going to do a Chicago episode, and he started asking all the Michelin restaurants, where are you getting your best, your most unique, your bizarre, like what are you sourcing?
Yeah.
And 2 or 3 places kept saying us. So his team reached out to us, and we had a huge segment on his episode of Bizarre Foods. And we had a big display set up for him in the morning for breakfast because we started filming at like 6 a.m. And we're waiting for him. We're like, he's not coming in. His whole production team's in. He's like, we're thinking like, why wouldn't he want to come in? He walks in. He's like, hey, my name's Andrew. Start rolling. And we're like, oh my God. And so we started. And after the fact, he told us, I didn't want to waste any good conversation or any good stories that wasn't going to be on camera. And then afterwards, he stayed for like 2 hours and we just BS'd and stuff. But I thought that was really, really cool. At the time, we were like, why isn't he coming in? But then afterwards, you respect and understand, like, he didn't want to hear a really cool story. And then, now it's ruined. He wanted everything like really true, really real.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
Yeah. He's a really good guy.
That is cool. What foods did you show on that show?
We did some beltfish, ribbonfish, moonfish, all from Hawaii. Oh. We did phytoplankton, which is like a seaweed kelp kind of thing, but it's microscopic.
Yeah.
That they use the dust at, I think it was like L2O or Next at the time. And then all like our different oysters. We did live jade tiger abalone from New Zealand, I believe. I think we did Spanish percebes. Have you ever heard of those?
No.
So Spanish percebes are gooseneck barnacles. If you've ever heard of like a barnacle that grows on like a rock or a pillar in the ground that kind of looks like your pinky.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Okay, so this is done in Spain. Now think of the most rockiest cliff of your life, kind of like Lord of the Rings kind of thing when you'd see like they'd film a giant cliff in Ireland or Spain or wherever they film. Now those guys go out in like kind of like a canoe type or a single engine boat, go on this crazy rock cliff, like hook up and like collect all the barnacles.
Holy crap.
Yeah, you got to YouTube it. It's one of the most insane things ever. And like the guys die all the time.
Damn.
Like, the guy in the video is like, I lost my best friend last year.
Holy
like, because these waves on the coast of Spain are coming up, massive waves. And these guys are just like holding on, getting splashed, and now like getting all the barnacles.
Wow.
But they're a huge delicacy. Huge.
Yeah, barnacles.
You either eat them raw or you just lightly steam them with like lemon, and that's it. It's a huge, huge delicacy. Here, when we bring them in for special events or special restaurants, they're like well over $100 a pound.
Holy crap.
Yeah, and they're, each one weighs nothing because they're like, this big.
Have you tried it?
Yeah. Yeah,
How'd it
that's
taste?
probably one of my most bizarre things I've had. Good. Very, almost like a East Coast oyster type feel, like that, just like a salty, earthy kind of saltwater item. Yeah, it was good.
Interesting.
But yeah, we tried them raw. Just like in the Jade Tiger Abalone too, they were all moving around. And have you ever seen like the shells? They're bright green and gold, kind of like beautiful. And took it out, and that almost had the consistency of like an apple.
Wow,
pretty cool. Yeah,
that's nuts.
Yeah, we had those in for him.
I was just gonna ask what the weirdest thing you've eaten was, but it sounds like this.
Yeah. The Spanish Percebes is probably just because it's such a hard thing to get and such a unique thing.
So was it moving around, or was it?
The Percebes, no. Once they pluck them off, they're kind of like not alive anymore.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, but they pluck them off and then they send them right there.
Yeah, some people eat live seafood, man.
Oh yeah,
there's a spot in Vegas, sea salt.
Yeah.
Yeah, they eat them live over there.
Yeah, they'll do like live squid and stuff like that too.
Live
You'll
squid,
see
live baby eel. I've seen.
Yeah. I'm not I'm not ready for that.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do
I'll
that.
sell it. I don't know if I'm ready to eat it though.
Do you sell mainly live or mainly?
The only thing like day-to-day operation that's live is the lobsters. Everything else is going to be just fresh or frozen seafood. Lobsters is the main. Well, shellfish, all the oysters and stuff, and clams are technically still alive. And they can actually, you don't realize that like oysters and clams, they can live outside of water for like weeks at a time.
Holy crap! So this oyster is alive right now?
Well, now we shucked them.
Oh, okay.
But so as soon as you pop it open and cut the little muscle underneath, now it's dead.
Oh, got it.
So, but when they're fully closed, that was still alive. And if you keep it cool and damp, they'll stay alive forever.
Jeez.
So like way back in the day of before refrigeration, they would go on the beach, dig a ginormous hole like 10, 20 feet deep, throw all the oysters in there for the winter, and then slowly like take out what they need. And it was a natural refrigerator, just kept them cold and damp.
That's nuts. So they're immortal.
Yeah, pretty much.
I know jellyfish are too. Some breeds of jellyfish.
Really? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Fascinating, right?
Yeah, it's really bizarre when you think about it. Like, how does that work?
Nuts.
Yeah. But yeah, we have like in Las Vegas, in Chicago, we have huge fish tanks, lobster tanks, I should say. And it's almost like a rainfall system, so that all the water blasts from the ground, from the ceiling, and then they'll be in big crates with holes, and all the water just keeps cycling. And that's a job in itself, creating. My uncle actually does it in Chicago. Does the water mimics salt water in the ocean?
Wow!
So you add a little good bacteria. You're adding, sand. You're adding water. He's always checking like the levels of the salt, the salinity. Every day it's a crazy unofficial science degree that he has.
Yeah, I love that, man.
That does that.
Because I go to some Asian grocery stores and they don't clean their tanks.
Sure.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Get that moss and the green.
Gross. And it's overcrowded.
Yeah.
Sometimes the whole tank is filled. They can't even move.
Yeah, sure. Especially probably when they just got an order in and something like that. They just dump them all
in. Yeah,
in,
they don't care.
Yeah. We usually, we fly them in daily, but then we have the tanks for, obviously we have some left over, or some for the overnight routes and stuff like that. We always got to have a little extra. So they're in there just a couple hours usually.
That's nuts, man.
Yeah.
I'd imagine your lifestyle is pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's a good lifestyle of, working with the best chefs. And what's cool about us too is we work with grocery stores, mom and pop breakfast diners that order just salmon or smoked salmon.
Yeah.
And then we work with fancy steakhouses and then the Michelin-starred 3-star, best restaurants in the world.
Such a wide range.
And we get to work with everyone. So that's what's kind of cool and differentiates us from the same quality as you're getting, for all those facets. They're getting all the same fish.
That's impressive that you have the supply chain in order to cater to all those
industries. Yeah, we're pulling from just under 40 spots in the world, like on a daily basis. Yeah, probably like about 10 to 12 buyers between fresh and frozen. And then, like I said before, that we're working directly with all these boats. Our scallops, for instance, when we did our scallop program, this is maybe 10, 12 years ago, we spent a full week in New Bedford, Rhode Island. And we went with every single scallop guy there was. And there's a lot of used car salesman techniques with scallops. And once a scallop's shucked, they could soak them in water. And then there's a wet pack scallop or a dry pack scallop, an all natural scallop. Wow. People don't realize. And a scallop is almost like a sponge that could soak. So when you want the best of the best or the real of the real, you got to find that. I mean, we're going through, I don't know, 700 to 900 gallons of scallops a week, probably. Jeez. Somewhere in that range, 700 to 1,000 gallons a week. So we can't put out a bad product, right? Or if you get known for a bad scallop, you're not going to buy them again. Right. So we got to have the best of the best. So I couldn't eat scallops for like a couple months because like we just tasted so many scallops and tried to find out who was the real McCoy. And we have great partners with now. So they're called Hudson Canyon scallops, all natural, just scallops, the only ingredient. So
scallop scammers.
Yeah, no, there is. That's
crazy.
And seafood throughout the years is a lot of stories that come out of this guy's doing this, dude's doing this. Yeah. But now there's so many regulations and things like that. You have the FDA nonstop or the local government that's always checking stuff, checking species, things like that. So that really cut it down, which is great.
Probably good. Right?
Yeah, there's things, people mislabeling things, so that cut all that down, which is really good.
Yeah. I know some people are against regulation, but I think for something like this, it's good.
Yeah, you have to. Especially in today's day and age, you got to.
Yeah. What about lobster pricing? Because I remember when I was a kid, it was much cheaper, right?
Yeah. So lobsters are another one that are just tight, and all the hard shell, a lot of them go to Asia. So they fly them. They want like the Canadian or Maine hard shells, and they'll pay a way bigger premium in like Japan and China than they would in the U.S. So of course those lobstermen are going to take whoever they could sell them to for the most money. Obviously they're in business. But just like everything else, it's just getting tighter and tighter. And like, I don't think a lot of people realize seafood's the last of the hunted species. There's nothing else that you really go out there and on a daily basis. There's cow farms, chicken farms, pork farms. You can't just go get a swordfish farm, or you can't farm raised lobsters. Right. Because it takes 7 years just to grow 1 pound.
Damn.
So, I mean, this bad boy, like we said, is he's about 7 pounds. So he's 50 years old.
Yeah. Is this the biggest lobster you've ever seen?
These are about the biggest. They're graded as a 6 to 8 pounder. We can get like an 8 to 10 pounder. Yeah, that's you got to have 2 hands for those boys.
Damn. Yeah. His claw's the size of my hand. Yeah. I don't know if people could see this. It's actually nuts.
Yeah, it's good eating.
Yeah, that must. Apparently, the older ones don't taste as good, though, right? Is that true?
People say that because if you're cooking them, it's harder to cook.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's just so large, and you got to cook the middle the same as the outside. But if you give it to a good restaurant with a great chef, they're gonna do these fine. I mean, one of the most famous is Chef Barry. Right. You've had him on.
Yeah.
Barry Steakhouse. Shout out them. We've known them forever. Great customer and great relationship. They use that big lobster for the lobster flambe.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They use like a 4 or 5 pounder.
I think I tried that.
Yeah. That's the one where Barry comes out and he cooks in front of you and does the whole great show. And that is like one of the best things you'll ever put in your mouth, right?
Oh, yeah, that shit was good.
Yeah, and so it's just how you're cooking it. If me or you are cooking it, we're going to destroy it.
Yeah. I think, is it the Australian lobster that doesn't have claws? Or there's one of them that doesn't have claws. It's just all tail.
They might have like a spiny lobsters and stuff. They have like tiny ones or like langoustines and stuff like that.
Yeah, something like that. I had that at tiny ones. Mott 32.
Oh, okay. Yeah, or they'll have sometimes if it has 1 claw left, they'll call them culls and just like one claw.
Okay.
Kind of thing, yeah. Or sometimes if they just fell off within the natural thing, they'll just sell them like a little cheaper and stuff like that. Still a good lobster, just doesn't have a claw.
They grow back, right?
I don't know if they grow back. I know stone crab grows back, like in Florida.
Yeah.
Stone crab season, and that's why it's like the most sustainable thing you can get. They pluck 1 claw off, they leave the other claw, throw it back, and they say in like 3 months it grows back its full claw.
Damn.
Which I don't know how that works.
That's nuts.
I'd like to pluck one of our arms off. They can grow them back.
I love stone crabs, but it's so much work just for such little meat.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
They taste damn good, though.
It's that and like a little honey mustard sauce or that Dijon that you get dipped in is probably one of the best flavors you could possibly have.
Yeah. Joe's in Vegas. That spot's fire.
Yeah. They do a great job.
You've probably traveled the world trying the best seafood in the world. Which spot stands out to you the most?
Chicago and Las Vegas.
Really?
Right? we get it direct. I mean, how much fresher can you get? I mean, my favorite seafood town, not counting Chicago and Vegas, is going to be Boston. Yeah. I love, you can't go wrong. A lot of those big restaurants work directly with some of the people that we buy from, right? They'll just say, hey, give me 5 pounds, give me 10 pounds. So you can't go wrong with that.
Bro,
right?
When I lived in Jersey, I used to fly to Boston just to eat a lobster roll and then fly home. It's that good.
Ooh, what's your favorite? Do you have anyone specific? Or?
I don't remember the spot because I didn't know Boston that well.
Yeah.
But I like the warm one, not the cold one.
Okay.
Yeah. And then some clam chowder. Oh my God. That would make the whole trip worth it.
Yeah. My 2 favorites in Boston were Legal Seafoods. They have a bunch of locations now, but they have one on the harbor side that is like my go-to spot for the chowder and the roll, or Union Oyster House, which is like, that's the oldest restaurant in America, I think.
Can you text me these later?
Yeah, I will.
Next time I'm there, I'm going there.
That's where we always go there. Union Oyster House is cool too. They got like upstairs, I think you can go up where like 2 or 3 people signed the Declaration of Independence.
Really?
After the fact.
Whoa.
Like a couple people didn't make it and they signed it. And now it's like a room that's like a part of a history.
Wow.
And you can go up there and check it out.
Yeah, Boston's got a lot of history, man.
Oh yeah, love Boston.
Yeah,
one of my favorite towns.
It's one of my favorite towns for food and just for like chilling.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of the cleanest cities too.
Yeah, it's damn cold, but if you go in the right time, it's beautiful.
Yeah, we always go the National Seafood Shows there every year in March. Ooh. They purposely, I think, plan it for St. Patrick's Day week every year, so it's always a great time.
I want to go to that.
Yeah, it's a good time. It's a million fishmongers all in one place, so there's a couple drinks to be had.
Yeah, I bet. You get a lot of business at something like that?
Yeah, we'll get a lot of, you'll get, the number one priority for us is trying to find new vendors to buy from, new sources and things like that. A lot of people, we're trying to source what's new out there because there's always something, new in the market or a new way of handling something. So we're always like learning on those trips or making connections. Connections, that's all it's about there.
Does it change that fast, the market?
Sometimes, or there'll be a new way of someone's bringing something in, or one of the new ones is barramundi. They're doing barramundi in Arizona now. So you wouldn't think of that, but it's like a massive state-of-the-art facility in Arizona. And we found them in Boston, and now we're doing it, and, it's hitting really great. And they're huge, like 8 to 10 pound fish. Wow. So you're getting a huge fillet off of it. Really nice, new like special type fish.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'd imagine you got to be on top of what's selling well, what's trending.
And that's what you learn from there. You're talking to people, you're hearing also like big crab deals and stuff like that. And we're also an importer. So it's called Supreme Choice, and we'll do anywhere from 500 to 700 containers.
Jeez.
So containers, 32,000 pounds. Yeah.
Holy crap.
So we'll do probably 500 is a good estimate, but 500 to 600 depending on the year.
Oh my god!
Of overseas shrimp, finfish, breaded shrimp. We do a huge breaded shrimp with a lot of the buffets and stuff, especially here. They all have breaded shrimp or just regular your raw or cooked shrimp. Yeah, we'll do. So we have a whole importing team, logistics team. We actually this year, every other year, they go out there and go see how everything's handled, make sure everything's the way it should be, and
that's cool.
Yeah, make sure it's all done right.
Since you brought up buffets, I'm a big buffet guy. What's your favorite buffet in Vegas?
I'm gonna go with Wynn.
That's mine too.
Yeah, I think you can't go wrong with it, right?
Best seafood for sure.
Yeah, best seafood, best the presentation. I think it's just like mind blowing how beautiful it is. It doesn't even feel like a buffet. It feels like you're at a nice restaurant that you could like walk up and go eat what you want. That's the vibe I get.
Well said. Bacchanal's second for me.
Okay, yeah.
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah, very good one.
The M has a decent one. Have you been to that one?
No, I have not.
Yeah, it's not bad. But I love buffets, dude.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Good buffet makes your day, is what I say.
Yeah. The Wynn as a whole, too. All the restaurants inside and everything, I don't think you can beat it for the
I was just going to ask you what hotel has the best restaurants in your opinion.
Yeah, I would vote Wynn.
The Wynn?
Yeah.
Okay.
SW Steakhouse, that new place, Pisces, that opened up.
I haven't tried that.
It's right next to SW.
Okay.
Like down the stairs by that waterfall. And that's like an all Mediterranean seafood restaurant. Yeah. I just tried it like 2 weeks ago.
My favorite Asian spot is there, Wing Lei.
Oh, yeah.
Delilah's pretty good. Yeah, it's hard to beat the
Wing Lei is my wife's favorite.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
it's so good, dude. It's hard to beat the Wynn.
Yeah, it is. You never have to leave.
Yeah.
Between the mall, the pools, all the different food options, the Spanish restaurant in there, too, is really good. Sinatra's really good. Like, you never have to leave.
Yeah, it's a good one. I hear people say Aria.
Yeah, Aria's great. I mean, Carbone, and now the new Carbone. Did you hear about that opening up?
No.
So it's called Carbone Riviera, and it's going to be in the Bellagio, I think right by Prime. So it's going to be on the water, and they're actually going to have a boat that goes in the water.
No way.
Yeah.
You could eat on it?
I don't know if you're going to do like a little tour or you could have drink. I don't know. They just announced it like maybe a week or two ago.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I'm sure they're probably like at least a year out because they're going to build it and everything. But it's going to be like a seafood Carbone version.
That's sick.
That'll be really cool.
I'm excited about Venetian getting that Korean steakhouse.
Yeah, I just heard about that.
Yeah, that's going to be Kote.
Yeah,
Have you been there in New York?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, check that out, man.
Yeah.
Korean's so good. Well, dude, this has been fun. Where can people watching this support you? And
yeah, so Supreme Lobster and Seafood Company in Villa Park, Illinois, which is right outside of Chicago. We're in Las Vegas. In Chicago, we're open to the public. We have a retail store in 220 East North Avenue. It's about a half hour from like the heart of downtown. So come check us out. Supreme Lobster Chicago, Supreme Lobster Las Vegas on Instagram. And we're really active. 3 generations. We're going for 4 generations now, and couldn't be prouder.
I love it, man. Support this
man,
guys. Check out the site. See you guys next time. Peace.
Thank you.
I hope you guys are enjoying the show. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps the show a lot with the algorithm. Thank you.